What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are getting into Titans United issue number 4. And if you haven't been keeping up with this line, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this line. And so far, what we have seen from this line is Lady Vic making her appearance. She was hired by someone to do an assassination attempt, only to be met by the Teen Titans. And the Titans have learned of some kind of super-powered sleeper agents that have been activated all across the country. And so they need to figure out who is behind this Cadmus experiment and where the heck is Connor, aka Superboy. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up exactly where we left off, with the Titans bringing this private jet back down to the ground. Starfire looking up in the atmosphere, trying to find any sign of where Connor is. Now, right now, they just can't concern themselves on where Connor went, assuming that he went to just chill out and calm down, not knowing that Blackfyre had kidnapped him. But they have more pressing matters to attend to right now. And what they just saw was Lady Vic be able to teleport outside of this plane, assuming that she has some kind of alien technology. Not sure what her endgame is, not sure who she is working for. This is just one of the obstacles that they have to try to overcome. And so as the Teen Titans regroup, that is where we pick up with Blackfyre. And Blackfyre has been torturing Connor for quite some time now, having her ship cloaked. No one is able to see where she is. And this is where she taunts him, telling him that his friends do not care about him, that they have stopped looking for him, really just trying to take away all of that hope that he has inside of him. And while she sits here and taunts him, this is when she gets interrupted, being told that the fleet is making its move. Recognizing that she has to move with post-haste, she finishes up what she is doing as she continues to torture Connor. We can only imagine what she has in store, but it looks like they are on the brink of invading Earth. Now this is where we pick up with Lady Vic. Teleporting to the manor, we see the ghostly figure that hired her to do this hit. Now what Lady Vic did not know is that the Teen Titans would be there, and that is why Lady Vic, she was given an entire arsenal of weapons to use. But Lady Vic, she says these weapons just really aren't her style. The problem is, she does not comprehend how powerful these weapons are, but she is going to get the opportunity to test it out, because right now she has somebody that is incoming on her position. That somebody comes blasting through the roof, and we have the arrival of Starfire. And it does not take long for the battle to break out between the two of them, with Starfire charging up and sending a blast at Lady Vic. The weapon in her hand seems to absorb all of that blast, and in doing that we see it turn into like almost a cyborg type arm, taking that energy and redirecting it directly back at Starfire. And with her taking the brunt of that blast, she gets back up, and this is where the real fight begins. Now, Dick Grayson is running HQ right now, with Nightwing in charge of everything going on. He finds this alien technology vaguely familiar. But before he can truly pinpoint what is going on here, this is when they start to get alerts. Alerts from all across the globe. And these alerts are notifying them of superhuman sleeper agents that are being activated, with Nightwing alerting the Justice League, alerting Amanda Waller, literally just anybody who is on call, because this is a big time threat. And he starts sending the Titans out in pairs, sending them all across the globe to the closest location they are at. In doing this, they're doing their best efforts to try to help people. Some of them randomly finding themselves having super speed, others having the power of Firestorm. And these people have no idea how to use these powers. With these powers completely overloading, this is something that the Titans just can't handle alone. And so with things going sideways for our Titans, we pick back up with Lady Vic and Starfire, the two of them battling one another. Lady Vic getting the upper hand just momentarily, Starfire being able to grab the weapon in her hand. The only issue is, this weapon is about to detonate, and with the explosion, the entire building that Corey is inside goes kaboom. Unsure of the fate of both Lady Vic and Starfire, we pick back up with the rest of our Titans, and their situation is just as poor. With them doing their best to help these people, we see Changeling end up getting a spear in the stomach. Not sure what is going on, with the Titans looking like they are about to lose this battle. This is when all communication gets jammed. Not knowing what is going on, Nightwing looks up. Looking up to the sky, this is where he sees Blackfyre and her entire fleet making their invasion. And this is where we see the soldiers of Tamaran make their attack, with them going full force in, trying to take on the Titans. And we have Blackfyre that is watching this entire fight transpire, recognizing that her troops may need a little bit of assistance. This is where we see something drop from the sky, falling like a meteor to the ground, throwing rock and gravel and dust into the air, with Donna Troy getting to her feet, looking at who this is. This is where we see Superboy. But this is a Superboy who has gone to the dark side. A Superboy who has been manipulated and tortured until his Lex Luthor side truly starts to show, taking away all that hope that Superboy usually has. And this is where the real fight begins. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, at first I wasn't really sure what I thought about this line, but so far I really am enjoying it. At least this issue I really did enjoy. Because while some of our Titans are extremely powerful, like Raven and stuff like that, at the end of the day, they are being put against just unridiculous odds. Odds that they cannot overcome, or they should not be able to overcome. And that's exactly what we are seeing happen. We are seeing the odds that are stacked against them, and they are losing ground every step of the way. With Blackfyre manipulating Connor, now we can only assume that that's going to end up breaking. Someone's going to be able to reach out to him. He's going to end up, flipping the switch, being on the good side. At least that's my takeaway. That's usually how they do it with these stories, but I could be wrong on that aspect. But with Superboy on their side, on the side of Tamaran, we cannot see an outcome where the Titans come out on top. Not only that, you have the superhuman sleeper agents all across the country. So not only are you having to deal with a full-on invasion, you are having to deal with these side distractions as well, which we can only assume was a coordinated attack. A coordinated effort, maybe between Cadmus and Tamaran, maybe between all of them together, or maybe it's just pure coincidence. But that's something I highly doubt. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.